we'll do it 2 times a week, but I'm gonna try it and see if we could get talk about a lot more stuff and have more do this and get like an output of throughout the wholeness of the whole week instead of just like in between, which is cool. I mean, if you follow gaming news, then you'll just get it from my perspective. So, but before we begin, we always do the announcements, and I'd like to actually, before that, I'd like to share a little bit about what the channel did, because first off, welcome, happy June. And happy June means that we got past the month of May, and the month of May saw my average viewers go up. From last month it was 3.3. Now I average 4.1. I averaged 4.1 during the month of May. I got 903 live views, so that was up. I got more subs, which I'm super grateful. And also, I've got my followers. I got 17 new followers, which I'm so happy about my new followers. I'm up to 117 followers. I'm very, very happy about that. I missed a week of streaming, so I think that might have affected that, but that was the week that my friends Noah and Ann were here, so there was no way I was going to just not dedicate time to them. So like to give a shout out to my newest followers from a few days ago. The great Lilenko, I think I might have mentioned him. Wazder Thomas, the one of the people in charge of the Wazder app, which I am using right now. Super cool app that links people together through streamers or gamers are trying to link people together. Wazder is a really cool application. Then we've got Beverly Louise. Beverly Louise is a streamer as well too. So she is streaming Dark Souls. So this is
to new beginnings.
And this is her. I'm just replaying them just to let you guys see. Beverly is a very she's a mom, and she's always talking about kids. It's so funny how she talks about her kids and soccer practice, and while she's playing Dark Souls Remastered, trying to kill the giant rat from the dungeon. So that's really cool. So I'm giving her a shout out here for everybody. Beverly Bev is cool. Also Nick the Sailor Retro, I'm gonna give him a shout out.
Here's to new beginnings.
And Nick is a retro. Nick is a retro gamer. He is my boy. Where's my boy? Where's my boy? Where's my boy? Where's my boy? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. My boy Happy, he follows Nick. I think he's a friend of his, and he is streaming Conker's Bad Fur Day. So I'm gonna link his Sailor Retro and give him a shout out as well too. And Breezy Canyon artwork, thank you for
Here's to
the follow as well.
beginnings.
These are belated follows. So anyway, what's going on with me recently? Well, I have become a member of the Humble Monthly. I've become a member of the Humble Monthly, which means that every month I'm getting about hundreds of dollars of worth of games. This last basically what I did was I paid about $138 for the year. I got 13 months of Humble Monthly. They'll send you games and they're yours to keep. So if you don't resubscribe to the Humble Monthly, you get to still keep your games. Also, you get early access to the next month's release, which, as you can see, I get Portal Knights, Black Wake, and Hearts of Iron 4 early. This is all part of next month's Humble. And of course, you can unlock the monthly. You get games out earlier. You get hundreds of hundreds of games every month. Hundreds of dollars of games, not hundreds of games. That would be like bankrupting yourself. And of course, you get to keep them. They're all DRM for they have a couple of DRM free games. Of course, some of them are Steam games. This is also really cool because you also get access to the Humble Store's 10% discount, which means that if games go on sale in the Humble Store, like say for instance, if you go to the Humble Store right now and you want to get a game like, say, it's on every game, by the way. Oh, by the way, they also gave me about $20 of store credit as well too for doing the whole year. So let's say you want to get a new game like Wizard of Legend. It's brand new. You get a permanent 10% discount. The game here, Necropolis Brutal Edition, you get a sale that's on, and then you get this on sale, and then on top of that, you get a 10% sale on top of that as well too. Or you get a percentage of a sale. So you get a bunch of really cool games. And of course, this month we've got, on June, we've got Destiny 2, Styx, The Shards of Legend. We got Yooka-Laylee, which it's debatable. Cook Serve Delicious, Part 2. The Pillars, Ken Foley's The Pillars. An adventure game called Bear With Me. A game called Acceleration Shiguri 2. It's a shoot 'em up. And their own Humble original, which is called the Subserial Network. So they basically have games that they make exclusive for people who are part of the Humble Monthly. So you can't get these games anywhere as well too. So you get access to games that you would not have access to at all. Not until you've actually become a member. And also what that means is that I could start giving away copies of keys of games for people who are interested in playing these. If you guys, I actually got a code for Destiny 2 that was given to me by a friend, and because I already owned Destiny 2, that means I have 2 codes that I can give away. So more on that later. I can give 2 Destiny 2 codes away, which is funny because I'm going to be shit talking Destiny. I'm going to be shit talking Destiny in a few minutes later down in the livecast. But that's kind of how it is, you know. I'd rather you guys have the game for free and not spend a dime in the Eververse or on this stupid DLC that they have absolutely nothing to offer. I'd rather you guys do that. Also, I've got some news about the Cuphead event. I haven't named it yet. It's just me playing Cuphead in hard mode. I'm going to be doing it on June 17th. That is on a Sunday. That is normally when I do my live cast. So I'm going to be doing, instead of at 10 a.m. be doing my live cast, I'm going to be doing 10 to 12 straight hours. June the 17th. It's on a Sunday. And it's going to be it's going to be in 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing it after the this is actually, I think it's after the E3 hype has just died down. Because I'm going to be covering a lot of what's going on at E3. I'm going to be commentating during the presentations as well too. So you could consider that live cast material throughout the whole week. So I'm going to be doing that on Sunday and Monday. But on the 17th, I'm going to be doing about 10 to 12 hours. I'm going to be taking about 2 breaks and a lunch break in between. I'm going to get prepared for that. There's going to be a death counter. There's going to be more sounds. More sounds. I'm going to make more sounds. I'm going to put sounds. I'm going to make more sounds. And it's going to be only... These sounds are not going to be available after Sunday. These sounds are only going to be available just that Sunday. And I might consider reducing the cooldown from 2 minutes to 1 minute, just because I think it would be just a little more drive me crazy. This is the point. I promised Cuphead in hard mode for 100 followers. Damn it, I'm gonna make it fun. So I'm gonna be creating the event today, sometime today or tomorrow. I would love you guys to share it. Share it with your friends. Tell everybody. It's June the 17th, 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Do not worry. When I create the event will change the time based on your time zone. You guys will be able to know what time. Please invite everyone. I am going to be sharing the shit out of this. I want everybody to enjoy my pain. Also, I'm still working on the highlights video, and I'm also a highlights video with me and Victaru. Also, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna take that clip, and I'm going to put it on one of my notepads here. There we go. Oh wait, what? No, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to open it, and then I'll share this clip for everybody. And of course, I'll make a video. Also, okay, I'm going to share that with everybody. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much with that here. So I'm still doing the highlights video from me and Victaru. So I'm just going to be taking some clips of me and him playing God of War together last Sunday. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm very hyped about the event. I'm super happy. So I'm doing that. I'm also looking for artists to make my emotes. I know that I don't have any emotes, but I do. I am considering doing like one of my own emotes, but I am looking for artists because I do want good emotes, and I've got in contact with 2 artists that was recommended by Nagasaki. So one of them is on vacation for 2 weeks, and she's gonna get back to me when she comes back. I'm willing to wait because I saw the emotes. They're good quality emotes, and I would like her to help me. She's also a partnered artist on Twitch, so definitely she knows her stuff. So I'm gonna wait for that. So the emotes are coming. Promise you guys will get them very, very soon, hopefully down the line. And we want to give you guys good emotes. Also, I've been playing Dauntless. Dauntless is definitely a game that I enjoyed quite a bit, actually. It's basically Monster Hunter Lite. It's worked rather well for a beta. It kind of slows down a little bit when you've got people in your network. Of course, they may be doing network code as network testing as well too. The art style is kind of like Fortnite meets Monster Hunter. It's got a little bit of Dark Souls in it as well too. I do like Dauntless. I might be doing some more Dauntless. Not today, because I do want to play God of War. So, but Dauntless is it's a really good game. It may be a little too simple, but then again, I have not gotten too far into this game. So it is available. It's open beta, which means everybody can join in. So I'm gonna post the link on the chat so that everybody can join and support this game. Scroll all the way down. This game is made by Phoenix Labs, and so far they're on to a good start. The game may be a bit simple, but I'm sure that with time, the suggestions that they're gonna make the game a lot more deeper and a lot more harder. I think everybody stands to gain. I do want you guys to become a part of that co-op, and if you guys ever want to join up, we'll do an event. But yes, that's also something. Oh, I need water already. Excuse me. And also, if you notice, you might notice that my voice maybe a little bassier, maybe a little studio-ish quality. I'm gonna actually listen to myself for a bit here because I wanna see if this is making a difference. But what I'm doing is basically I have an application that's called Voice Meter. Some people also call it Voice Banana, but this is like the more basic version of it. One second here. Oh yeah, I could tell the difference. So basically I'm using this application called Voice Meter, and the company that makes Voice Meter, also VB Audio, they did something that's called a VB Audio cable, which is basically a software audio driver which you can use to tell the application like xSplit it's going to be the default audio device that you're using. So what you do is you turn on Voice Meter, and then you tell it you want the hardware input to be your main microphone, and then your hardware output to be the VB audio cable. And then what you do is you can either set it up there, or you could actually download a profile. GamingCareers.com actually had a video that showed how to turn the Yeti into like a studio quality, better audio quality, and I figured, you know what, we're doing a video podcast. This is a live cast. Want to get the best possible I could get here, and you know, is willing to try it. And if it looks good, I added that as just turn on Voice Meter every time you're going to start the stream, so that way you get the better audio quality. So with that out of the way, I'm very excited. I want to get Cuphead hard mode done and over with. I've also started working out. I'm not feeling tired yet. My arms, I feel like I might have gone a bit too light on the workout yesterday. I have to talk with Victor because he's the gym rat, not me, and ask him, it's like, did I not do enough, or I mean, because I should feel like I'm in more pain, but I'm actually okay. I think I'm fine. I think I'm gonna be okay. So I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna try to wake up earlier in the morning to go to the gym and do about 30 minutes every chance I get. A few times during the week. I'm not going to do it every day because that would just be torturous to me. But obviously I want to do that because I'm streaming every day, and I don't want that to get in the way of streaming. But realistically, since I've started streaming, I have not been taking care of myself, and that will hold on, guys. Take a look. I don't know if you see. Oh, it's too bright. There are like 4 ducks that are out there right now. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4 ducks. So I've got ducks, and Saturday Night has pigeons. And there's a box there that I got to get rid of. It's in the shot. But anyway, guys, enough announcements. We are ready to go with the first story of the day, and this is the main story, and this is kind of what permeated throughout the week, and that is that Fortnite is going on and getting sued by PUBG. I call this PUBG being massive dickholes for suing Fortnite. Yes, ladies. Oh my God, there's a baby duck now. There are baby ducks outside right now, guys. There are baby ducks standing up. Oh, now he's perched. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It was only a matter of time before Bluehole and PUBG Corp got so bitter and jealous, and they did it. Fortnite is the biggest game. Take photos? No, the duckies are going away. No, I'll take photos. I'll take photos later, and I'll post them Saturday night. I promise. They just went away. They just stand there for a little bit and then they go away. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite Battle Royale, still the most streamed game on Twitch. Sundrup! Hello! What's going on, Sundrup? How's it going? How you doing? So yes, PUBG came first, but then a couple of months later, okay, now they're... No, don't feed the ducks! No, don't feed the ducks, because then they'll come back. Some guy is throwing bread from the balcony, and they're feeding the ducks. But the ducks are right in front of my apartment balcony, which means that they're just going to come to my No! Stop feeding them! Stop feeding them! Don't feed the ducks. Don't feed the ducks. They're just... See, now that makes perfect sense. Now I know why the ducks are always lined up in front of my balcony. They're because the dude from up top is feeding them. He's just throwing bread at them. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the ducks. Okay, so yes, ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite took popularity away from PUBG. PUBG is still really good. It's still in popularity. Yes, it's dropped in population, but with the game being broken, it's still being hit with cheaters. Even despite, oh my god, there are so many ducks. Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture for Saturday. Excuse me. There are so many. There are like 12 ducks outside right now. Holy crap. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll share you that photo in a second, Saturday night. Okay, so yes, ladies and gentlemen, PUBG was popular for a while, and then Fortnite came, and then some people were like, you know what? Let's make Battle Royale mode. And they did, and it's better optimized. You could play it on your phone better. You're going to get it on the Switch eventually as well, too. It's basically taken PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and they've decided, and it works better. It's more fun. It's got a more, it's got a better aesthetic. It's got a better look. I mean, it doesn't look as realistic as PUBG, but I don't think... And it's free! Thank you! I forgot. It's also free. And it's not PUBG, which was an early access game that you had to pay, and then it got microtransactions, it got loot boxes, and then eventually what Bluehole did, instead of optimizing the game, because they made millions of dollars of this game, and then instead what they did, instead of optimizing the game, making it better, run better, what they did instead was they just decided to release it on Xbox and Xbox One and Xbox One X, and it looked awful. It looked terrible. It was bad. It was very bad. So of course, with PUBG running slower and the not being as popular, clearly PUBG is losing to Fortnite. But again, I say PUBG is not an unpopular game. It's not an unpopular game. It is up there. It's still one of the most streamed games. But of course, if you're Bluehole, if you're PlayerUnknown, if you're the PUBG Corporation, what do you decide to do? Okay, are we going to change the game? Are we going to improve the game? Are we going to better promote the game? Are we going to get... Neck! Oh my god, now there's like 15 ducks! The guy is still feeding them bread! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, there are like 15 ducks out there. The guy just keeps feeding them bread. Bird! Oh my god, now I gotta buy bread because now they're just gonna come and poop all over my thing. Oh my god, there are so many ducks. I'm sorry I keep getting distracted, but I've never seen so many ducks in front of... Oh my god. But anyway, I'm sorry. The ducks are now a part of this cast. Okay, so if you're Bluehole, what do you decide to do? your game is losing popularity. Your game is still up there, but it's losing people. They've gotten frustrated. You guys are not listening to the fans. You guys are not listening to them. You have all this money, and all of a sudden, why not order some Chinese peeps to make you some nice food out of the... Dude, I can feed a Chinese family of 40 people with the amount of ducks that are out there. I mean, there are so many ducks out there. I'm going to create a restaurant. Welcome to Fico's Chicken Fry. And I'm going to cook every duck out there. There's a duck sitting right there. Now he's standing right in my porch, like right now. I am not kidding. I'm going to take a picture. Hold on. I keep interrupting because I'm sorry, but damn it. Like the ducks, it's the duck invasion. It's the duck invasion. It's the duck apocalypse. Okay. So what do you decide to do? Well, of course, if you're Bluehole and PUBG Corp, you're so salty that you can't figure out what to do and you don't care about the fans, well, you sue. And that's what the Korean Times reports. The Korean arm of PUBG has decided to go through the Seoul Central District Court and sue Fortnite. They did it through Korean court. Now, Bluehole, I think it's a Korean company, and or is owned by a Korean company. So they're clearly trying to yeah, that's what they're called. They're called Bluehole. So basically, they've decided to go through Korean court because, of course, they could get away with that. And basically, this is what the VP of Bluehole, Chang Han Kim, has decided to say. I'm going to read it here. And he says, quote, "After listening to the growing feedback from our community and reviewing the gameplay for ourselves, we are concerned that Fortnite may be replicating the experience for which PUBG is known." Everything he just said was stupid and wrong at the same time. Okay. First of all, after listening to the growing feedback, you guys do not listen to the growing feedback. Reviewing the gameplay for yourselves. Well, of course, they make no qualms. Epic never claimed they came up with Battle Royale mode. They just said, hey, we saw PUBG. We wanted to get ways to people to come and play Fortnite. We created a Battle Royale mode. It worked, and now it's popular. That's not stealing your idea. That's basically making an idea their own. They did not take your assets. That's not copyright infringement. Copyright infringement is taking things that are owned by Bluehole and using them in your game without their permission and making money off of it. Mighty! 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 All hail the mighty, mighty. Mighty has a name that needs like an entrance, like mighty, mighty, mighty. Let's not stroke his ego more because he's gonna. But ducks, do you hear that? Oh my god, the ducks. I wish I could give the ducks some vampire sax. Sax! S-A-X. Sax, as in saxophone. Dirty minds. Sax. Oh my god. Sax! Oh, by the way, did you guys hear the song Miasma from, I think it's called Miasma from Ghost? They put sax. Ghost used sax in one of their songs. It sounds incredible. Miasma. I think it's Miasma. I think it's the track. It's one of the tracks. Ask Marlou. She's the biggest Ghost fan out there. But yes. What else were they saying? Okay, let's okay. we are concerned that Fortnite may be replicating the experience. It is replicating the experience. It's the exact same game mode. Every game that is a first-person shooter replicates each other. That's why it's called first-person shooters. It's a genre. It's a genre. And that is why there are multiple games of the time. Now, that's like making the argument that that's like id coming out and suing every single developer that created a first-person shooter because, after listening to the growing feedback at our community and reviewing the gameplay ourselves, we are concerned that every first-person shooter made is replicating the experience for which Wolfenstein 3D is known. You did not create the Battle Royale genre, Player Unknown. There was stuff like Battle Royale before PUBG came out. It was in Minecraft. It was in The Culling. It was in Arma and DayZ. And you know what? That's what it is. That you should be concerned about making your game. You should be concerned about making your game better. But instead, what you're doing is you're so caught up on Fortnite taking your thunder away from you, and you're so butthurt because this is what this is. This whole suing them, it's all butthurt. That's all Bluehole and Chang Han Kim and PUBG Corp at Korea. That's all they are. This is being butthurt. This is the biggest example of being butthurt. Their butts are literally sore because they are looking at Fortnite's numbers and they're looking at their numbers. But you know what? If you improve the game and you talk to your community and you don't insult your community and you don't tell them to fuck off and you don't ban players and you don't let cheaters keep cheating as they currently are still in PUBG, well, you know what? If you improve your game, you could still fucking go. Yeah. And also, you don't hear Minecraft bitch about Fortnite because remember, Fortnite before it became Battle Royale was a zombie survival horror game that was built upon like gathering resources, building forts and defenses. That's literally what Minecraft was. So Minecraft has inspired this. You don't see you don't see the guy that created Minecraft getting pissed off about people using games like his. No, of course not. Wait, we're supposed to improve our game to actually have people playing it? It's no fucking way. Let's sue the others instead and become the one Battle Royale game. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. But here's another game. Here's another quote from the boy wonder himself. But our name was used to officially promote their game without our knowledge. There is no discussion. It's just a bit surprising and disappointing to see our business partner using our name to officially to promote the game mode that is pretty similar to us, and there is misunderstanding in the community that we are officially involved in the project. Okay. All right. This is rich. This is absolutely rich. Oh, by the way, here's something you guys should probably know. PUBG uses the Unreal Engine. Who made the Unreal Engine? Oh yeah, it was Epic. The creators of Fortnite. So PUBG would not be up the ground if it wasn't for Epic. And yes, they used PUBG as a way to promote their product. Okay. PUBG has been out for a while. Fortnite Battle Royale comes out. People are going to notice it's basically PUBG, but better. And they're going to go, well, yes, it's kind of like PUBG. You hear this all the time. This is what developers do. They take games to describe. Yes, it is. But PUBG ain't. You still have to pay to play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. You have to pay to play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. You don't have to pay to play Fortnite. You only buy the stuff you want if you want to buy stuff, but you can unlock it in the game if you want to. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Let me bring it down. Let me bring it down first. Okay. The gall of this guy. Apparently, the community thought that just this is how much they don't care about their community, because now they're using their community, their fans, as a way to excuse their douchebaggery. Oh, our community heard that Epic mentioned that it was like PUBG. Oh my God, wait a minute. Aren't you guys making the game with the Unreal Engine? Oh my God, are you guys working on Fortnite? That's what they think their community is doing. That's what they think. This guy actually thinks, or is stating, that basically his community is so stupid that they thought this, and that's why they're going further with this. Because when people think of PUBG, they think of Fortnite. Not when people think of Fortnite, they think of PUBG. It's butthurt to the max level. It's fucking abhorrent. It is disgusting. It is absolutely the most butthurt thing that I have ever seen in all of my life. Bluehole, a company that is loaded. They are rich. These guys are massively successful. These guys are still popular. People are still streaming its games. But Fortnite took them for popularity. That's it. It's just less popular than it was before. It does not mean that your game is gone. But apparently, that alone is enough to get them so upset that they wanted to hurt them financially and take them to court, and setting a horrible, ugly precedent that says, okay, well, you made a better game than we did, so we're going to sue you because your game is kind of similar to ours. Are you for real? Are you for real? Are you serious? That's how you're gonna, this is the president. You do not have a monopoly on battle royale games. Black Ops gets to do a battle royale game. H1Z1 gets to do a battle royale game. There are rumors that Gears of War is getting a battle royale mode as well too. The next Gears of War game that's going to come out is probably going to battle royale game mode of its own too. You do not own the battle royale genre. This is like the Fine Brothers all over again. Remember when they created the React network, whatever it was, where they said that they were going to copyright the word react and that they were trying to monopolize the reaction genre, but basically meant that if you reacted at a video, the Fine Brothers would be like, you can't react to that because we own that action of reacting to something. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Nobody bought it back then. Nobody buys it now. Nobody is going to look at Bluehole and go, no, they got it good. They know what they're doing. It would be funny if Konami is suing Wizards of the Coast for Magic the Gathering. It's more popular than Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. Konami is slimy enough, and if this were to pass and sets that ugly ass precedence, you bet that Konami might go, oh, wait a minute, Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't as popular as Magic the Gathering. Wizard of the Coast, go fuck yourself. But you know what? That might not, I mean, they're still the least popular, but you know, like, oh, you know what? Your game is too similar to ours. We came first. It doesn't matter. We could twist it around. It works now. So what's gonna happen? Is Bluehole gonna sue everybody? Are they gonna sue Radical Heights? Are they going to sue freaking the Darwin Project? I mean, come on. Konami TCG merch and video game faction is split. Oh, man. This is the pettiness. This is the pettiness of PUBG and the people that they make this game. We're getting owned by Fortnite. You guys are still okay, but that's not good enough for you. You have to go and sue because your game is similar to Fortnite. And people think of Fortnite instead of PUBG. So I'm going to go into a corner and cry like a whiny bitch. Oh, no. But first, I'll sue them and force them to stop doing it. What do you expect Fortnite to do? Give you money? No, I want this to blow up in their face. And I think this will blow up in their face. This already have blown up in their face. I don't know how it's affecting PUBG's numbers. I don't know how much the community is affected. Clearly, PUBG players and fans are still playing the game, and that's fine. Saturday says they are still stupid, but they know how to do marketing in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they will never sue Magic. Of course not. You know why? Because they, Konami, as a whole, understands that they can make it with their product. They're confident. You know what you do when you put work into your product and you promote your product and you go out there and you improve your product and you make it so that your product, even though it's not better than Magic the Gathering, it's still a good product. You go out there and you put effort and you make your product better, which is something that apparently Bluehole, PlayerUnknown, and PUBG have completely forgotten about. Instead, what they'll do is they get bitter, they get butthurt, and then they go out after Fortnite. This is absolutely stupid beyond measure. I can't understand. Why can't you just take the loss and ride the wave and just go out and improve your game? Improve your Xbox One version, improve your Xbox One X version, take all that money that your fans gave you and are still giving you and just put it back into the game. Don't put it into your esport events. Don't put it into making the game different ports that don't work. No, make your game better. Make your game, add things, add improvements. You already are adding new maps and you're doing things to improve your game. But you got to stop this. It is stupid. You are suing a game company because a game company made a game that you made but better. That's essentially what they did. Copyright infringement means that they took assets from you and are profiting. They did not take PUBG from you, and they did not steal your idea. They made your idea better. That's called game development. You take a game, you get ideas inspired by other games that you've seen in the past, and you make your own version of the game. That is literally what game development is. Adding emotes to PUBG was a big indicator Bluehole lost her vision. Matt, welcome. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Matt is a big he watches PUBG streamers and he plays PUBG, and it was kind of reactive instead of an improvement. Okay, Matt, why don't you give us your perspective? Can you tell us, what do you feel about this as a whole? What is Bluehole doing with their game? Because I don't play PUBG. You know PUBG better than I do. Are they doing, I mean, you said that they added some emotes to react, but I mean, does PUBG feel at all different? Has it gotten any sense of improvement? And overall, I don't know if you agree with me or not about what they're doing with Fortnite, but I like to get your perspective because you're the only PUBG player that I know personally. I mean, I know people that just play it loosely and casually, but you were into that game. So can you give us... Yeah, so PUBG is on one side of the coin and Fortnite is in the other. Okay. All right. That's a good thing you could say. They're essentially both. Yeah, yeah. apparently, according to Bluehole, there is no room for competition. There's no room for Blackout. There's no room for H1Z1. There's no... Yeah, PUBG rewarded stealth and tactics. Yeah, and I think Fortnite is more casual, is more fun. It's kind of like it's like an arcade. If you were to compare, it's kind of like an arcadey version of PUBG. And despite what Bluehole thinks, the game still has a lot of things that are different from PUBG. The building mechanics and you know, the artistic style. Obviously it's smaller. There's a ton of differences. And I do think that PUBG could improve and do things, but if it's true what you're saying, that they're just reacting, they're doing things reacting, that doesn't seem good. So what was I mean, in terms of and PUBG is now misunderstanding their niche as something that old school Call of Duty players miss. And PUBG is now misunderstanding their niche as something. Cyber to Mr. Turnip! Welcome back, Mr. Turnip! We've missed you. How's it going? How have you been? How have you been? I'm glad that you're here. How's it going? I missed you. I'm glad that you're here with us, man. I'm glad you're okay. So are you saying that, I mean, PUBG is equating that their niche like old school Call of Duty players? Like suddenly now they think of themselves as trendsetters, like the Call of Duty old days. They think of themselves that highly. Ugh. That is saying something. But as a conclusion, original Call of Duty was an accurate simulation of battle. Very true. Very, very true. It was more accurate to be World of War, recreating World War II events. It was definitely a lot more accurate. I might have been misunderstanding. That's the thing that I that's why we go to you. That's why we go to you. I'll bring you on voice. I'm sorry. I'm misunderstanding you. We got to move on to the next one, to the next story, but we'll definitely reconvene this a little bit later. I've been doing more art recently. Got 2 pieces of art done. Yay! That is awesome. That is awesome. I did not know. That is awesome. That is really good. I'm very happy, Turnip. That's awesome. Look, you got to do your thing. We do this every day. We do this every week. Trust me, we are here. We're gonna, that is really awesome. I'm very happy. And I got a friend of mine who's starting to stream her art stream. So she's starting slowly, but I am confident that she's going to get more viewers over time. Cindy's gonna, Cindy, which is Victor's wife, Matt. I don't think you met. You know who Victor Lazard is, but his wife is an artist, and she's doing her own art stream. So we're gonna talk about this a little bit later, but the second news today is, I hoped I'd avoid talking about this, but I just felt we're not gonna talk more about TB, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, I said that a few days ago that I figured that with all of the overwhelming support that Total Biscuit's wife Jenna Bain was getting, I figured there'd be somebody out there. There were going to be people that were going to be happy that he was dead, because apparently he was controversial. His opinions were not always in agreement with other people, and game developers were often salty because he didn't like your game, and a lot of people heard about his opinions, and he was not going to sugarcoat them. So clearly, when you make a game and someone that's as big as Total Biscuit critiques you, you could have one of possibly 3 reactions. The first one would be accept the criticism and thank him for letting people know that this criticism is there, that this thing in your game is there, and your game can be fixed for the future. Number 2, ignore the criticism and keep doing your thing and don't even pay attention to it, which is fine. Game developers do that. They seem to think they know what they're doing all the time, but you know what? That's an option. Don't take the criticism. Don't ignore it. And the third possible thing that you did, and this is what David Crooks, a former developer at BioWare, did, is be spectacularly happy that this man who criticized your game is dead, and glee and just mock that he's dead. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a former BioWare developer who probably is infected with the EA virus went on Twitter and basically started mocking Total Biscuit dying. A man who died of terminal cancer, who went into a coma days before, and he died peacefully at his home. And his first reaction was, yay! It's not that far off, because this is what he said. I can't zoom in, but oh wait, oh no, this is actually a little worse than Logan Paul. I can't read this. I can't zoom into it, but basically it says, David Crooks, former developer, says, weird, the world just felt a little better sometime around an hour and a half ago. Maybe it was just those new running shoes I got from my run home. Oh wait, I cannot read this. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. And it says, oh wait, it's because Total Biscuit's dead. Hey everyone, watch this. I know it's rude to piss on someone's grave, but I'm going to these axes aren't going to grind themselves. Oh my god, you're right. Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah, I'm an idiot. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Thank you guys. I'm a terrible tech. Yes. Hey everyone, watch this. I know it's rude to piss on someone's grave, but these axes aren't going to grind themselves. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a game developer from BioWare, a former game developer from BioWare, has decided to pick on a man who just died. And he decided that not only does he have an axe to grind, but he's going to grind it while it was an hour and a half after it was announced publicly by Jenna that Total Biscuit had died. Now, what was the backlash behind this? Well, apparently what happened was that he took umbrage of John Bain's critique of Mass Effect 3. Apparently, it looks like he took reactions. The reaction that Total Biscuit, apparently, there were some things in Mass Effect 3 that he didn't like. And trust me when I tell you, everybody has made these criticisms aware. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Cyber Turnip is right. This is much worse than what Logan Paul did. You know, Logan Paul found a corpse in a Japanese forest, and he was stupid, and he thought, okay, I'm filming, I'm always filming. He made a poor lapse in judgment, and he basically, you know what, whatever. He filmed the corpse, and he put it as his thumbnail. Clearly he wasn't thinking, but obviously that was just it was poor judgment. He didn't mean to go to the Japanese forest to disparage the whole country of Japan, but let's admit he did go to the Japanese suicide forest in the hopes to find a body. He's just shocked that he actually found one. But what this guy David Crooks did is he literally is happy a man died of terminal cancer because he didn't like everything about your game. And then he went on a rant. He just kept spitting on his man's grave. David Crooks's entire Twitter is all private now, so you can't even access his account anymore. But it's safe to say that David Crooks is now, he's now blackballed himself from the gaming industry, because BioWare's Casey Hudson, the guy that is the head of the CEO, the guy that runs BioWare, Casey Hudson, denounced that tweet. He says, "This is deplorable. This does not represent BioWare as a whole. We are sincerely sorry for your loss." At Jenna Bain, Casey Hudson came out and put the company in his you know, wouldn't be surprised if he put a urinal on the guy's grave. That's not surprising. I mean, I read a couple of the other tweets, and apparently the tweets are quite they're quite graphic. I mean, the guy was gleeful. I mean, the guy was happy. I mean, I myself know people that I don't like too much. I tolerate them, and there's people out there in the world that I joke around all the time, and there's like, oh, they're not exactly my favorite people. I don't spend my days wishing their death. Not even, because you know what? When they die, they leave a family behind. They leave a son behind, like Total Biscuit, and a wife, widowed. It's terrible. And that says more about David Crooks's mental state more than anything, to just come out and just be happy. The man is trash. He is absolute garbage. He is worse than garbage. Garbage is too good for this guy. And this guy has the gall to just come out and pick a fight against a guy that's already dead, a guy that can't defend himself. You're making an argument against a guy who's just literally died, and you'll never get a rebuttal. That's being a fucking coward. You are a coward, David Crooks. And you know what? I hope that the gaming industry never fucking hires you. I will never wish death upon you, because you know what? That is too good for you. What you deserve is to be blackballed from the industry, and no studio will ever hire you, because you know what? Every time that you go to get somewhere, it's going to follow you, because you are literally a man who is happy game critics are dead for criticizing your games. That is negative attention, and it is totally disrespectful. Thank you, Saturday Night. It is completely disrespectful. It's disrespectful to Jenna. It's disrespectful to his son that died. It's disrespectful to his friends, that you could come out and just say, yeah, I'm happy that Total Biscuit's dead because he didn't like my game. Fuck you, David Crooks. Death is too good for you. You do not deserve. I will not wish you death. I do hope that you have made enough money to, you know, on all the stuff that you did in game development, because your game career is over. Congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. You've tortured you nuked your whole career. And yes, I do agree with Cyber Turnip. He is worse than garbage. He is a dumpster that radiates stench and hatred. And it stinks. You stink! You stink. And in Females Will Battle the War Battles news today, Battlefield 5 is keeping female soldiers in the game. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you guys are you guys excited for Battlefield 5? Well, according to them, there's not going to be any loot boxes or premium passes. Unfortunately, there's going to be ladies. Oh no. Well, this is what happened. I've got the Battlefield we got the Battlefield trailer up here. And we're going to watch it. And we're going to get to the point where everybody's going to get mad. Oh, we're going to get to that, Turnip. We're going to get to that in a moment. Vagina! Vagina! No! No! It's now cock-a-doodie! So this is clearly cinematics. This is all cinematics. And near the Panzers. Oh, wait a minute. The woman. There's the woman.
Here we go.
I think there's another point. So clearly they're making an argument about that, but you can't run away from all the hate on Facebook and each and every gaming related group. On one hand, they say it is story accurate, and on the other hand, fun is more important than historically accuracy. We'll get to that in a moment. We're gonna get to that in a moment. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Battlefield. We're gonna mute it for a bit. So Battlefield trailer reveal just got announced, and there, as you can see, it's got a lot of action. Very cinematic. It's very freaking cinematic. I almost think this is the whole thing is just a CG. Ooh, there's a car that fell on you, poor guy. And this is where the gameplay footage comes in. I think this whole thing is CG. I think this whole thing may actually be CG. But if it isn't CG, then holy crap, this game looks incredible. But no, this game is all CG. This is all just showing demonstration of you, like your partners are getting like they're reviving you and all that. Clearly this looks pretty good. I'm thinking that my boy Dino's gonna get this game because Dino's a big Battlefield fan. Going to shush you. And there's the woman. And this is where the internet collectively exploded. As you could see, the trailer has gotten massive dislikes. And as you could see, you know, more than half the people that watched this didn't like it. But yeah, but they don't care because they're keeping female soldiers in the game. And this is what Oscar Gabrielson, which is from DICE, said that we want Battlefield 5 to represent all those who were a part of the greatest drama in human history and give player choice to choose and customize the players to play with. And he says, first, let me be clear about one thing. Player choice and female playable characters are here to stay. Well, Vic Cockery, I didn't think females had rights at those times. Wasn't that the time where females tried to get jobs like men? At the time, suffrage was a thing, but I decided to do a little bit of research. Obviously, there were women that were kept out of battle, obviously, but there was stuff like Rosie the Riveter that inspired women to work, you know, in the production of weapons and warplanes. So I decided to do a little bit of research, and I came across history.com. It looks like this is a History Channel article here, and I read a little bit, and this is just to kind of go over were women in the armed forces, and this is what it says. During World War II, some 35,000 women served in the U.S. forces, both at home and abroad. They included the Women's Air Force service pilots, who December 10, 2010, were awarded the prestigious Congressional Gold Medal. Meanwhile, widespread male enlistment left gaping holes in the industrial labor force. Between 1940 and 1945, the female percentage of the U.S. workforce increased from 27% to 37%, and in 1945, nearly 1 out of every 4 married women worked outside the home. In addition to factory work and other home fronts, some 35,000 women joined the armed services, serving at home and abroad at the urging of First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt and women's groups, and impressed by the British use of women in service, General George Marshall supported the idea of introducing a women's service branch into the Army. In May 1942, Congress instituted the Women's Auxiliary Arms Corps, later upgraded to the Women's Army Corps, which has full military status. Its members, known as WACs, worked on more than 200 non-combat jobs stateside and in every theater of the war. By 1945, there were more than 100,000 WACs and 6,000 female officers in the Navy. Members of women accepted for volunteer emergency services, or WAVES, held the same status as naval reservists and provided support stateside. The Coast Guard and Marine Corps soon followed suit through smaller numbers. And then, of course, you got Rosie the Riveter's story, which it says, while women worked in a variety of positions previously close to them, the aviation industry saw its greatest increase in female workers. More than 310,000 women worked in the U.S. aircraft industry, representing 65% of the industry's total workforce, because the men were out fighting, so somebody needed to come in and do this. The munitions industry also heavily recruited women workers, as represented by the U.S. government's Rosie the Riveter's propaganda campaign. So this was a U.S. government that promoted Rosie the Riveter, and that you can all do it if you want. And that's the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, it is historically accurate to see women in World War II games. The thing is that because of the draft, and men were gigantically the biggest amount of people that were in this world war, that is why some people say, oh, there weren't any women. There were women. And I guess I could say that you know, I take a little bit of, like, to me, this whole thing is like, you know what? This is about customization more than anything. And also, the game isn't meant, for me at least, the multiplayer isn't really meant to be historically accurate. It's just Battlefield in World War II. So if there are women there, then yeah, okay, fine. But you know what? It's kind of weird because we're getting this historically inaccurate thing happening when a lot of people complained about what is this game? Oh, fucking what is that game called? Neck, the one that you were playing. Shit. The sword one, the one that is in Bohemia. What is that called? Deliverance. What is that called? Deliverance. Oh my God, please help me and tell me it's the Bohemia. No, it's not Wolfenstein. It's the one that you're like in Bohemia, and that the sword is very accurate in Kingdom Come. Thank you. When Kingdom Come, we're like, where are all the black folks? And I'm like, we depicted a time where it was majorly, overwhelmingly white European, so there wouldn't be a lot of black people around that time, around that area, and they got a lot of flack for it. And now we're seeing it in reverse. It's like now women are there, and then is like, but this is historically accurate. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. You guys complain about things when they're historically accurate. It's just a back and forth. There's not really much of a feedback loop. I haven't played it yet either. What am I gonna say about this? Okay, so me personally, I don't have a big stake in this because Battlefield is a game that I don't plan on playing anyway. But it is kind of ironic how it seems like when it suits them, they'll be like, what? Kingdom Come Deliverance has no black people? Racist. And then you go like, but wait a minute, there weren't a lot of women in World War II. All of a sudden now it feels like there's a ton of women in World War II. Oh, that's historically accurate. Ah, you're just being a bunch of SJWs. You can't win. You can't win. There's no winning in this competition, seriously. To me personally, I say this. If you care so much that women are in this game and it takes away from the realism, remember that you just watched a trailer where a guy threw a grenade, shot it, and shot a plane out of the air. It's not racism, it's history. You're absolutely right, Mr. Turnip. We have to understand that not every single political view has to be in your video game, okay? You have to just accept video games as video games. Because in the end, if you do not do that, then it's just gonna be about women, and then you're gonna care so much about it. You know what? If you want to get Battlefield 5, then fine, get Battlefield 5. I hear that it's not gonna be as terrible, but you know what? I'm not gonna get it because it's an EA game. And I am against EA on principle, but honestly, I just wish that they would stop trying to put this into video games. I hate that that's what's becoming of video games. I hate that that's where that you can get outrage, and apparently because you have upsetted a few people, all of a sudden you could even get. It's just like Far Cry 5. Oh, you didn't depict, you didn't represent my politics enough. You could have made a better talk more about guns in America. You could have said something about the dangers of racism, even though the project at Eden's Gate had women and black people and Asians and a whole bunch of people. They didn't care. They were all inclusive. They even had a woman in charge of one of the factions, which is Faith Seed. But never mind that. You didn't tell the story that I wanted you to say, that I wanted to hear. You didn't put the politics that I wanted to hear. So you are racist. The last Battlefield that I played was 3. Battlefield 3 was the last Battlefield game that I played, and that's it. And the best ones are well, I did enjoy Battlefield 3, so I will say that graphically the game is wonderful, but I'm not counting with fingers like a true Russian. Look, I counted. This is how much I played the Battlefield 2. This is not, I did not. That's good. Russians, they don't have enough numbers to count. This is the amount of times that I played the Battlefield. Russians also start counting with the little finger. Okay, this is the amount of games that I played, and then this is the amount of fucks that I kind of give about the Battlefield. And then I'm gonna die of cuteness overload. News today. The better game than Battlefield 5, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee has been announced for the Nintendo Switch. Ladies and gentlemen, they have announced 2 Pokemon games for the Nintendo Switch. And apparently Nintendo Switch this is based on Pokemon Yellow's story, but it's apparently supposed to be heavily influenced by Pokemon Go. This is going to get released on November the 16th. Cyber Turnip says, in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, they have women leading gangs. This is technically accurate, but they didn't fight. They pickpocketed and stole stuff. Yeah, like wags, like turtle doves. What about the turtle doves that pretended to be maids? They got into a maid outfit and then they went into bigwigs places because they hired so many maids. They didn't know all of them by name. So you could go in there, pretend that you're a maid, and just rob them blindly. Those were called turtle doves. Oh, it's beautiful. That's awesome. Nobody bitched about that back then, but apparently... Oh! Turtle doves, you get my love and respect. All the sacks is yours. So anyway, yes, they've announced 2 Pokemon games, and one of them has my favorite Pokemon series. Oh my god, let's watch. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. So let's see. So this is simulated effects. So take this with, oh my god, Pikachu. Oh my god, I am dying. I am dying. I am dying so much. Oh my lord. You gotta see. Oh my god, it's Eevee. Oh my god, I love this. Oh, he's on her head. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, so it's actually a Pokemon game. Okay, so so this is like simulating. Oh my god, so this is actually like simulating Pokemon Go and capturing Pokemon. Actually, according to the game description, it looks like the combat is gonna be just like a regular Pokemon game, like from the 3DS. You actually get to look and like, say for instance, like let's go back here. They showed wait, a little more. Okay, so see, you notice that you remember in old Pokemon when you used to just go through the brush? Well, if you notice, now you see actual Pokemon that you can go and attack. Like you could see a Pidgey and attack them, and then you could capture them. So I say this is kind of like, oh, if you're gonna capture them, it kind of becomes Pokemon Go. Okay, now it looks, oh, Staryu. Oh man. So here's where the cool part. You can play cooperatively. You can play cooperatively, guys. You can play cooperatively and hunt for Pokemon. Oh, it's Clefairy. And apparently you can both catch the Pokemon. Oh, you can both challenge them. See. You know what? You could. This is the first like legit. This is the first legit Pokemon game on consoles. This is a big deal. This is the first legit Pokemon game on a console. Not Pokemon Stadium, not Pokemon Snap. This isn't like a Pokemon ish game. This is a Pokemon title. Oh my god. And of course, whoa, what's this? You can control with the Pokeball. Also, the Pokeball controller. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you could transfer the Pokemon and you can take them with you. What the fuck? Whoa. What are you doing with Pikachu? What are you doing with a co-op Pokemon? Yes. They are not harmless. They are not harmless. You let Pokemons run around the world with electric and fire and ice and water powers, and you say they're harmless? Nick, can we get some vampire sex? Can we get some vampire sex, please? Please play some vampire sex. This is appropriate. Yes. Yes, please. Hold on. Hold on. It is. Oh, look at, stroking the ball. Oh, yeah. Ooh, stroking the Pokeball. Pikachu, do you feel good? Oh, and you can connect with Pokemon Go as well, too. So guess what? You can connect the game with Pokemon Go, so you can bring your Pokemon Go Pokemon into your Pokemon game, and you can get Pokemon. Oh my lord, this is great. Oh my god, this is awesome. Oh lord, oh my god. Oh my god, I got Yeti! She's wearing an officer! Oh my god. Oh my god, I am dying. I am dying. I am dying. I am dying so much inside. Oh, this looks, Mewtwo. Yeah. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Oh, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. Do this again. Do that again. Oh, I want an Eevee so bad. Oh my lord. Oh, yes, this is gonna be mine. I am getting this one. I'm getting Eevee. Fuck you, Pikachu. I am getting Eevee. Oh, this is gonna be mine. I am... Oh. You'll meet a special Pokemon? Available on... Oh, my lord. Jesus Christ. Oh, but your God. Okay, Nintendo, you are brilliant. Thank you. Oh my god, you have taken my favorite Pokemon and you put them in her own game. Oh my lord. I'm sorry for squealing so much, but Eevee is the cutest Pokemon in the entire game, and she has so many evolutions. She's just my absolute favorite. I'm sorry. You have given me Nintendo, why you gotta go get them diabetes? Stop. I'm Wilfred Brimley, and Pokemon is leading cause of diabetes. Do you experience diabetic? Stop playing Pokemon. Let's go Eevee. Wait, what is that? Eevee? Excuse me, guys. I'm going to go take my insulin now. Wilfred Brimley, thank you for coming in and giving us your perspective. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Diabetes. Oh, Wilfred Brimley, you are incredible. Neck is going to stream. What are you going to stream? What are you going to stream? What will you be streaming, Mr. Neck? Please check him out, by the way. A shout out. Necroth. Man, Darksiders? Man, you know what? There's a Darksiders 3 coming up, so you should play the both of them. Darksiders 1 and 2. I actually got Darksiders 1 and 2 installed. Maybe. I don't think I will be able to stop either. And in the hot towered Fallout special news today, yes, this is another big thing that happened, ladies and gentlemen. Fallout 76 has been officially teased, and we are going to see the teaser trailer as well, so you guys can enjoy it as well too, and we'll talk about it a little bit more because there's a ton of stuff that happened in Fallout. Please stand by. A lot of people thought that that meant that it was going to be a sequel to New Vegas, but that's not what it is. You're not looking forward to this one? Oh, I don't blame you. So here is Clues Abound. So they're playing West Virginia, I think that's what it's called.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
So the date says October 27th, 2012. I don't know exactly what that means, but apparently this is the 300th anniversary of the founding of the U.S. Apparently this is like a celebration that's going on.
Life is all there.
I do love the old music in this game as well too.
Younger than the mountains, blowing back.
So the unstoppable this is like a board game, I guess.
Country road.
So here it is. It's in 2076. So it's the Vault Tech salutes Vault 76, introducing Vault 76, the official vault of the Transcendental, which is supposed to be celebrating the 300th anniversary of the founding of the US in the games of Fallout. So that's what Fallout 76 means.
But when the fighting is stopped and the fallout is settled.
So here we go. This is basically, I guess this is a game that's talking, it's more in depth in regards to a specific vault.
You must rebuild.
Outstanding Achievement Award, first place. Okay, so you are apparently in a vault. It looks like you were invited to be a part of the celebration.
Take me home, country road.
I really do like this. I really would love if somebody made an actual Vault 76 theme park.
Take me home, country road.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
I cannot lie, I am pretty excited about this game. I know that Nick isn't looking forward to it. Mainly it's probably because of all the news that has come out. But basically, there was some rumors that apparently the writer of Fallout New Vegas, Chris Avellone, was apparently involved. Now, Fallout New Vegas, a lot of people think that this is where the last good Fallout game came out because it was made by Obsidian. Chris Avellone was involved in it. And he was also involved in Fallout 2 as well. So this is back in the Interplay days. So a lot of people, I don't know, it's supposed to be like a single-player game. But I heard that it was supposed to be like a story focused game, but I did hear the rumors that it was going to be co-op or multiplayer as well too. I don't know if that's true. They haven't officially confirmed any of this, but they did confirm that Chris Avellone is not working on the actual story. He's not working on 76, but he'd be very interested to work on it. Chris Avellone is apparently a very great writer. He also worked on Pillars of Eternity as well too, but he ran into some issues with the team and he's not working with it. I would say we'll see how they incorporate the game, but honestly, it is unfortunate. I mean, a lot of people think that this is kind of like the death of Fallout, but honestly, Fallout 4 really wasn't that impressive to a lot of people. A lot of people are also rumoring that Fallout 3 may be getting an announcement. Fallout 3 Remaster might get an announcement. There was a Redditor by the name of Someth that predicted Fallout 76 successfully, and he came out to say that it kind of sort of not at all confirms that Fallout 3 Remastered is coming, but that a announcement is coming. That you know, it hasn't been officially confirmed by Bethesda, but apparently we might be getting a Fallout 3 Remastered. And if it is true, like this guy has predicted the actual Fallout 76, then that's what I love this. That was one of my favorite things of Fallout 3 Turnip. My favorite thing was also listening to Galaxy News Radio. Bow wow. This is 3 Dog. Ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio, giving you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. I don't want to set the world on fire. Sing with me. I just want to start blaming your heart in my heart. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'll sing the whole song, and I fell in love with that soundtrack so badly. Oh yeah, that opening was incredible. War never changes. Oh. If they announce a remaster, I am going to fucking scream. Now, of course, it's worth mentioning, there was that Someth, he had deleted the comment, making the reveal into a title. He thought that it was a little more shaky. However, another thread of an E-League 3 listing, which validates it, which just shows there's a couple of E3 showroom instructions. And this is sort of like, this is E3's showroom introduction. Of course, they've got a couple of games, but look at what one of them is. Trailer gameplay footage. Ice! Ice! What's up, man? How's it going? Welcome! Welcome, Mr. Ice Vid. Welcome to the Ice Vid show. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it could be legit. If we get a Fallout 3 anniversary, I am going to scream and I'm going to shout and I am going to be so freaking happy. Now, about Fallout 76, I'm going to hold my excitement a little bit. I am doing great. I am doing awesome, Ice. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much. I'm doing really good. We've got half the podcast already done. We've got some stuff further to discuss. So I'm very, very happy here. Just got talking about Pokemon and Fallout, two of my favorite things. So we're going to hold our hype down. E3 is only a few days away. Ladies and gentlemen, E3 is only a few days away. And I will be watching the Bethesda conference live as it happens on stream. And all of you are going to watch. 76 videos. It's a challenge that I'm willing to take. It's going to be challenging. But I have enough faith in Jesus to do this. Oh, man. Okay. All right, guys. The next bit of news is what I like to call the funeral of BioWare is underway. Now, obviously, I'm a little more negative about this than most people. I'm a little pessimistic about what's happening with BioWare. I mean, lately they just changed their logo. It doesn't look at all as majestic. It just looks like corporate and generic. So now BioWare just doesn't even look, its logo doesn't even look special anymore. So yes, they are going to be doing an E3 demo that'll showcase some combat, which is great because we have not gotten a lot of is this going national? What do you mean? Can you rephrase that, Mr. Turnip? I don't understand that question. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, on June the 9th, which is this Saturday, which is on June the 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern, which means Pacific time, which means it's going to be 2 o'clock my time. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be gathering every E3 conference and we will be doing them. Oh, yes. This funeral will be nationally viewed. So, yes. Actually, I get it now. I didn't think about that. But yes, they're going to offer on June the 9th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, in their EA Play showcase, a detailed look at the gameplay, which is going to feature in-depth this time around in terms of what's happening, and the power of the Javelin exosuit will be in full display as players take the most furious enemies seen yet. That completely sounds like corporate speak, but whatever. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I am not really that excited about this game. This is basically Destiny done by BioWare. However, Destiny can be done better by a better team. So if BioWare can somehow do the impossible and get me excited for your game, I'll definitely consider it. However, I have a lot of problems because the problem is it's an EA game, which means this game is going to have microtransactions, it's going to have loot boxes, it's going to have season passes, it's going to have DLC, it's going to have all the bullshit that EA games do. This is basically Bio-Destiny. Exactly, Mr. Turnip. This is BioWare's take on a game like Destiny. Now, if they can actually get us a story that we care about, enemies that are different, mechanics that actually, because the gameplay in Destiny is the best part of Destiny. I do like the shooting mechanics. They work rather well. Bungie knows how to make a first-person shooter. They make Marathon, they made Halo, they can make first-person shooters. But what they didn't do with Destiny was get us a reason and a purpose to keep playing. If BioWare can do that with Anthem, I'll be impressed. And I'll be the first one to stream it right away. I'll stream the game. I'll admit that I was wrong. BioWare is alive. However, I think that it's safe to say that if this game fails, BioWare is dead. That's why I'm not too optimistic. EA knows how to kill companies. They know that. They eat companies for breakfast. I am not surprised if this goes pear-shaped. But ladies and gentlemen, I am actually hoping for the best. I do want BioWare to succeed. I hope that EA doesn't fuck them in the ass. I really don't. I am really scared. I hope that that's not the case. I am hoping that stream comes up. Oh, yes. We will be watching that. It's going to be, I will find a way to watch those, and then I will stream them, and we will watch them together, and we will react together, and we'll watch as we go crazy, and we'll give my opinions. I'll give predictions of what's going to happen at each conference as happens. And of course, there's another bloody one news today. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if it wasn't enough that Assassin's Creed was finally back on track, apparently now it's back on releasing games multiple times. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there was a teaser that was revealed. It's a 5-second teaser, but it basically depicts that there is going to be an Assassin's Creed, and it's going to be in Greece, in ancient Greece. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see Assassin's Creed. But first, it was denied, but then later it was actually leaked, and then after it was leaked, it was then revealed in a teaser trailer, which was revealed. Is this gonna feature you throwing a knife and possessing whoever you stab? I do not know. We'll have to see. Isn't that Dishonored? It wasn't that Dishonored? Unless it was Origins. I never played Origins. I don't know if that feature is going to be here, but who knows? But yes, they said that there's going to be more information of this game on E3. There have been no clues about this. It was only just leaked, and apparently Ubisoft was like, yeah, we're going to talk about this game as well too. So... oh, it's Mario Odyssey. Man, I am off your jokes today, Turnip. Is the knife alive? Can the knife talk to you? Does the knife have little eyes that also look at you? Dead eyes? It's just this little knife that you have hanging on you, and it was like, hey, go this way, go this way, go that way, go that way. Fuck you, knife. Don't tell me what to do. It would be an interesting mechanic. I would definitely, that would spin Assassin's Creed a little bit. That would actually throw it into a different direction. Okay, so if you're excited for Assassin's Creed, or if you're Dino, then this is actually pretty cool, because now Assassin's Creed is going to Greece, which, you know what? I'm kind of indifferent. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in years. So to me, these games don't really mean that much. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, if you're into these Assassin's Creed games, and I don't blame you if you are, they may have a good story. I have no idea what the story in Origins is. I have no idea what the story in Syndicate was. I don't have any idea what Unity was about. I don't know what Black Flag was about. I have not played Assassin's Creed in quite a long time. But if you are a fan of Assassin's Creed, expect an announcement for this. And of course, for those of you who do not remember, this is I think this yes, the E3 their press conference is going to be on Monday, June 11th at 1 p.m. and this is going to, you know, wait a minute. Hold up. You know what I just realized? Hold on. Wait a minute. Anthem. Wait a minute. June 9th, 2018. I'm going to be working that day. Oh, shit. I'm going to be working that day. I can't. I can't, unless, of course, but you know what? That's fine, because we're going to watch the, I'm going to put it later. We're going to react to it later. So that's fine. That's just a fix. We'll just instead watch it after it happened. So okay. So I can't watch the E3 EA Play conference live, but that's fine. I'm going to be, my friend Anthony is going to be giving me all the news at work, and then we'll talk about here. Well, I'm glad that you're a big fan, IceVid, because, I mean, we'll see how different this game is. We'll just have to see what will be happening with this game. I hope that they make it different, but we'll have to see. All right. I'm going to go alternate between you and Necros stream. All right, Cybert. We'll say hi to him for me. And in the Sony conference, the IMAX experience news, you get an opportunity. If you live in certain countries, you will get an opportunity to watch the PlayStation E3 experience in a theater for free. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in some there are a couple of the E3 Sony conference, which is it's going to be on Monday, June the 11th. And according to that, I don't remember what okay, so the conference is going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific, which means it's 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is going to be the one that I'm going to be doing at 9 p.m. So that's going to be really good. That day alone is going to kill my voice. I'm going to be doing a ton of coverage of reactions. But if you are in the US, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, and Chile, I'm sorry, but Germany has been skipped. How dare you, Sony, skip over the best country of all, Germany. Germany. So this is how it works. You go to the PlayStation blog, and you can get tickets to go see the E3 showcase getting broadcasted live in movie theaters. And this is how you attend. So basically, on Tuesday, June the 5th, you could get tickets available while supplies last. And you could set a reminder so that you could get tickets for the experience. Then you could check in about 30 minutes before it starts. It's actually free, which is fine. It says those without tickets can queue in the theater starting 2 hours before showtime. You will not be able to line up earlier than this. Open seats will be given out. Remember, this is a free event. So basically, you could go here and you could see where in the United States you could see. So basically, if I wanted to go see this, I would have to go either to Jacksonville, or I would have to go to Orlando, to the Waterford Lakes 20, or to the Avenue 20s in Jacksonville. Or if you're zombie, you can go to, in Portland, Oregon, you could go to the Lloyd Center 10. In Canada land, Habby, if he's listening to this, Habby can go either to one in Toronto, Calgary, Winnipeg, Mexico. And you could go to Brazil, or in Chile, or Argentina. But no Germany! I'm so sorry. There's no... So I think this is really cool. Tickets are free. You could go and enjoy the theatrics and watch an E3 conference live in a freaking movie theater full of fans, which I think is actually super cool. However, I wouldn't go all the way to Orlando to watch an E3 conference in a theater where I could just stay home and watch it for free and stream it for all of you to enjoy. I hope there are no stream issues. There's always issues with stream. People take their stream and stream it too as well. So there's also that as well too. It's really not that difficult. All you'd have to do is just it's like for instance, like you could go to a Twitch and then you could see the clip and then just expand it, and then boom, now you could watch the stream with everybody. So there you go. It's really not that difficult. And I'm very, 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 very excited. Very excited. Me as an owner of a PlayStation 4, now I'm kind of invested in knowing what's coming up. I want to see stuff like The Last of Us. I want to see revelations of Death Stranding's gameplay. I want to see a lot. I want to get release dates. And I also want to see new games. So I don't believe we're going to get the announcement of the PlayStation 5, so stop dreaming. But we are going to get a whole bunch of stuff. Let me drink a little water. I got to get rid of that straw poll. And in Days of PS4 Days, a Plays for PS4 Days news today, Sony unveils a new PS4 limited edition to celebrate the Days of Play. Ladies and gentlemen, Days of Play is among us. This is a celebration that goes between June 8th and June the 18th. And basically what this does is it allows you, the PlayStation 4, to get into PlayStation 4. A person who has not gotten into PS4, they have the opportunity to get into PS4 action. Oh, hi, back. Yay. Hi, back to Neck. We're doing, Neck is streaming. So I said, say hi to him when you get there. And he's saying hi to me back from his stream. I'll join him in a little bit. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the days of play. So what is the days of play? So basically, it's a couple of days that allows you to get a couple of things. Like say for instance, this is the PlayStation 4 that you can get during days of play. It's got they call days of play blue. It's kind of like electric blue, and of course, I'm gonna show it on a bigger view here. So yes, this is the detail of days of play, and of course, we've got days of play 2008, and you could see with higher quality, you could see the sexiness of this still rendering. Come on, man. Oh, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. It's basically a golden plated Sony PlayStation symbols, and you get a blue controller where the sensor pad is, and you get the square, triangle, circle, and X. I thought that was very, very cute. It's very, very nice. And here's the details. You could get this console for $299 or 379 Canadian dollars on June the 8th. It is a limited edition console, so it features Days of Play Blue with a 1 terabyte hard drive with a gold PlayStation symbol design, and the DualShock 4 comes in also Days of Play Blue, and you also get the nice pattern of gold here in it. Isn't it? Oh, this is the sexiest. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Mr. Turnip. I do not blame you. I do not blame you. Of course, there are a couple of other really cool things. Like, for instance, they've got the Jet Black PlayStation 4 Pro, which is the one that I have, for $349.99, which I got $50 more expensive, but I got Far Cry 5 for free. PlayStation VR bundles for $200. DualShock controllers, which are kind of expensive. They're only $40. I do plan on getting another one. I want to get another one to play with my PlayStation 3. You can get some really cool catalog titles here. But here are some titles that you could get. Like, for instance, God of War. You can get God of War for $49.99. You can get Gran Turismo Sport for $20. Horizon Zero Dawn for $20. Shadow of the Colossus for $20. A couple of BR games like Farpoint and The Impatient and Bravo Team for $30 for Bravo Team, and the other two for $15. You could get a PlayStation Plus subscription for $50 for the whole year, which I do plan on getting another one, so that way I have 2 years in subscription. Welcome back, Saturday Night. Thank you for showing back your presence. And basically, Days of Play is kind of like a celebration. I'm gonna leave the link for you guys to enjoy this, so you guys can see what's going on here. I'm also going to be saving that clip for later, because Saturday Night did a good job of clipping this for me. So okay, and then we're just going to continue because we're almost done here. Actually, we're not almost done. We've got a little bit left here, so. And while Bungie cannot stop being major fucking dicks news today, Destiny 2 faction rally emotes will be locked behind microtransactions. This is what you have to deal with Destiny now. The last time we talked about Destiny we talked about how there was an Iron Banner event, which basically gave you a really cool emote only if you went to the Eververse and you purchased the Iron Banner bundle, which basically gave you the emote. And it was about $10 to get that bundle. Well, you couldn't unlock it in the Crucible. The Iron Banner bundle controversy obviously put Destiny in hot water, and obviously Bungie, thinking they are the top shit and they do not care at all. The shit are those sound problems. What sound problems? What sound problems? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, whoa! Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Yo! All right, I just turned that back on here. All right, let's see if it works now. All right, I'm waiting for it to react here. Okay, so it's back up. I think it's good now. Sorry, guys. I don't know. The VB audio cable looks like it started doing stuttering. So what I did was, I just turned off the VV, the voice meter app, and then I just started it again. So sorry about that, guys. This is software pretending to be an audio. So sorry, but thank you for telling me. Thank you. Thank you for telling me here. So, all right. So we're back up. He's confused. Oh, I'll be there in a second. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. Okay, so basically, you would think that Bungie would learn their lesson. Of course not. So now they got a faction rally event thanks to the Destiny 2 update. And now the faction rally theme bundles are now with this event that's called Renowned, which basically it opens up faction vendors and it adds a restriction that will only get you to pick one pledge per account, which means that you have to have different characters to be a part of each one so that you could then buy each of their respective bundles so that you could get their own faction emotes. So basically, what Bungie did was they took the shit that they did in the Iron Banner and they duplicated it times 3. Actually, they multiplied it by 3. Duplicating means they only did it once. Fuck you. Fuck you hard, Bungie. You can only, okay, so let me explain. You can only get the bundle, so you become part of a faction. You can only become a part of that said faction on one account. So if you want to become a member of all 3 factions, you have to have 3 accounts. Fuck you, Bungie. Good thing you guys learned from your last mistake. Not at all, actually. Apparently nothing. Apparently they learned absolutely nothing. So I just wanted to do this shortly because, well, the problem is that the faction rally events, usually you can unlock these events. You can unlock a lot of these events in the faction rallies playing the Crucible, which is the multiplayer mode. And what they are doing is that they're just selling you those emotes back to you. They're not giving you an opportunity to unlock them. You just have to buy them. You only have an option to buy them. You don't even have the option to unlock them. So basically, it's forcing you to buy all these things. So if you are a big fan and you want these, you have to have 3 accounts to buy each one. Obviously, if you got an opportunity to unlock these through a grind, that wouldn't be so bad. Yeah. So you can unlock different things in these events when you're playing in the Crucible. But like the Iron Banner is an event that you play in the Crucible. Faction rally quests are events that you could complete in behalf of your faction in the said Crucible. So you're getting this locked out. And that's absolutely dumb. That is absolutely dumb. And the fact that they did it before and they heard all that negative attention, and then all of a sudden Destiny again does it again. I mean, Bungie doesn't care about you. Bungie doesn't care about you, about anything that you do. And sadly, I unlocked the game. That's just a supplemental reason as to why I stopped supporting them. What I would really love them to do is just to stop screwing with the fans. I mean, seriously. Just stop screwing with the fans and give the fans what they want. But no. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me some water. The quickest way to screw your fan base, is to disrespect them and lie to them. Do what Bungie does all the time. We are listening to your feedback. And then you continue and continue and continue to do these things. You are not listening to fans' feedback. If you're listening, no, you're hearing fans' feedback and you're not listening to it. You're just doing whatever you want. So I am very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Bungie and in Activision again, as usual. I really wish that they would just stop doing that and just get on the freaking ball again. And seriously, it's gonna be tough. I don't think Destiny's gonna have a good second year. I wanted to talk. I mean, I've got 2 game codes for Destiny that I could give away. To anybody who's interested. We're gonna figure out how to distribute them absolutely free. If you're interested at all in Destiny, hit me up and I'll hook you up with one of the codes. I've got 2 codes to give away, and you could you just need to have a Battle.net account, and then you just go ahead and you just follow the instructions on how to submit the code, and there you go. You could play Destiny for free. Welcome back, Mr. Turnip. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I wasn't looking at my audio levels here. I don't know. It's weird. I'm kind of scared for those audio issues to come back. But in the last piece of news, we have some more things to talk about. But there are the last bit of news that I want to talk about is the reveal of the Vampire gameplay. This is the launch trailer for Vampire. So we're gonna just go ahead and play this game, play this out. This is from Focus Home Interactive and Don't Nod, which are the developers of Life is Strange. So this is gonna be very, very interesting. This is their launch trailer. So, and then after that, we're gonna watch the story trailer as well too.
Overnight, my world has changed. The gnawing. Cursed be the choice.
Pre-order now, available. And then of course we do have the actual trailer. And then we've got the story trailer, which is rated M.
Rated M for mature.
Rated M is not for the kids.
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged. You made me this creature. What are you? I am the land. You are our champion.
Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun.
So this guy is supposed to be a doctor. Is that Fear the Reaper from Blue Oyster Cult? So the conflict is that this guy...
None of it. Rational thinking only.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech!
A vampire.
Such a crude word. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
An Ekon?
Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
The previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
Are you alright, Doctor?
I can't see.
Okay, so this guy is a doctor. And apparently he's dealing with, I guess it's like werewolves, I think, in Merry old London, of course. And the conflict is that this guy is to feed and to level up, he would have to, you know, create vampires and feed. But of course, he could also do choices to, you know, to with actual, like, as a doctor. And apparently there's supposed to be a couple of NPCs that are apparently supposed to be like only 50 NPCs, but they're all like, they have their own character.
Over there! It ain't human! Kill it! Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
Take your place among the bearers of the lamps.
One of us! One of us!
One of us!
I shall return as your judge and jury.
The God of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Oh, vampire hunters, here we go.
You believe you're just fighting a disease, but it's you, the disease, Jonathan, you!
We stand upon the precipice. What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Yeah, this is a conflict because remember, he's a doctor. The game comes out in 2 days, actually, so Vampire looks very interesting. I definitely might. He probably could, but I think the conflict will be that I don't know. It would have to explain maybe that the blood. I mean, it has to be. Maybe he can't drink coagulated blood or whatever. They'll have to explain it in the game. They'll have to explain it in the game. But basically, it would have to be. It's just like this dichotomy is like, oh, do I feed and become more powerful and let myself get consumed by vampirism, or do my responsibilities as a doctor get ahead? There are definitely different videos out there that show you a lot more with Vampire, and I've been getting kind of excited with that game as possible. But the thing is, will you be inhuman enough to do it? See, that is where I think that's why I'm very excited, because Don't Nod are the guys that made Life is Strange. Don't Nod has a good reputation of storytelling, and I'm very, very, very excited about that. The game's mechanics look really well. Focus Interactive and Don't Nod could definitely make this game work. Honestly, it would have to depend. I mean, mostly when I do these decisions, I usually don't go for the cruel and unusual ones. I try to help as much people as I can in most of my games. It's just in my nature, and I guess when I see that in the game, I'm just kind of like always helping. So if I'm like this vampire doctor who's going to be a doctor, and at the same time he's a vampire, I think I'm going to be more inclined to be more selfless. But then again, being a vampire, exactly. You're kind of being you're just kind of projecting what you would do in those games. Except that it's a different character. It's not like a blank slate of a character. It's one particular character. But yes, I would actually do that. In these games, in the game Vampire, definitely Vampire has elements in which those 50 unique NPCs is going to probably be weaving the story. It's a story where it looks like they're going to have werewolves. It's going to have vampire hunters looking for you. The people around you that now consider you a freak or a leech. You were called a leech. You're not human anymore. So it's like, I played Vampire the Masquerade. I love Vampire the Masquerade. I love vampire lore. I love vampire movies. And Vampire definitely looks interesting enough. There have been vampire games before. This one is new, and I hope it's unique enough. I'm going to wait to hear how good it is. I would definitely love to get it. After next week, if it's really good, along with Detroit Become Human, because I do want those two games. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And but of course we do have to finish God of War, because we need to see the end of that game eventually. But that was the last piece of news, and what we're gonna do now is we're going to do a little something different today. We're going to do a little, this is something that I used to do when I started the LiveCast. I would just take an article from the True Gaming subreddit, and I would just talk about it a little bit and offer my perspective. And I think I'm just going to call this segment True Gaming Fire Talk, which, as I mentioned, we're going to take this, something that somebody wrote in True Gaming, read it, and offer my perspective. So this is an article. This is a Reddit post on True Gaming, submitted by PatRack1010. It says, "Am I wrong to think games as a service should fail because they're developer killers?" And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to offer my perspective to it. And after that, we're going to do one more video, and then we'll be done for today. Okay, so not killing a developer in the traditional sense of going out of business, but killing them in the sense of them never producing anything else you'd like because they hit it big on a game as a service, then stop producing your favorite series. I explained this to a friend who likes Godzilla, as imagine the people who normally make Godzilla movies come out with an amazing new movie, then they start releasing merch for the movie, shirts, trinket grab, boxes, replicas, etc. You think the merch is really cool, but it's not really something you're interested in that much. The problem is some people think the merch is really cool. The merch ends up making 10 times more profit than the developing cost of the movie, and they can make it really cheap. You think that's cool, but you'd really like a new movie. New movies usually come out every other year, but it's been 4 years and it's still no movie. But there's new merch every other day that people love. The developers of the movie then put out a quiet announcement saying they've mostly just been focusing all their efforts on their merch division, and it will be many years before we get a new Godzilla movie. This is how I see games as a service. It happened almost 100% with GTA Online. It took almost triple the normal development time frame to go from GTA 5 to the new Red Dead. Now there have been developers who make games that I love that I just hope their next attempt at games as a service fails flat on their face. Take BioWare, for example. They hadn't had the best luck with getting a good game as a service out with their attempts at putting them into Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect. Now with Anthem coming up, I'm really hoping it fails and fails hard. If it's successful, it can only mean that they'll be focusing more on Anthem and less on games that I love like Dragon Age. Even then, if they implement a successful microtransaction system in the new Dragon Age, what's stopping them from going to GTA route and abandoning development of anything else and put in kitschy cosmetics for Dragon Age 4? Okay, so he's basically, in short, he's kind of concerned that games as a service will take developers' time completely away and focus and never develop anything. I actually do think that's I don't think it's wrong to think that, but I kind of think it's also not the right way to think of it. In my personal opinion, games as a service does take resources from developers. It does make them focus just on the game. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about Fortnite and how Epic's almost entire team is just focused on Fortnite. And I was skeptical of whether they were going to be making those other games that they were talking about and coming up with. We haven't gotten any Unreal games. We haven't gotten any other games worth noting from Epic recently that don't have anything to do with Fortnite. And the reason is because a big bulk of their team is just working on Fortnite. Enhancing Fortnite, improving Fortnite, adding more things to Fortnite. Fortnite has consumed them. Look at Valve. They focusing still on Dota 2, Team Fortress 2. Those are games that eventually become games as a service. While Dota is free and Team Fortress is free, Valve has kind of just been consumed in keeping those games big. Counter-Strike Go, you do have to pay for it, but it's become a games as a service as well too. It has become this thing where you have no Left 4 Dead 3, no Team Fortress 3, no Dota 3, no Half-Life 3, none of the threes, no Portal 3. It's a miracle that they're even doing Artifact, which is a card game that is another games as a service. It's a card game. Now, it could be a free-to-play game, but essentially their money will be more on getting people to consume more packs to keep playing this game, which is the games as a service model. they offer a lot of longevity, because let's be real. Games like this offer a ton of time to play. You play Heroes of the Storm, that's a lot of time that you put into the game. But the money that they make on this free game is on the skins, it's on the boxes. Like Overwatch, it's a game that you pay, but you can make more money. It's kind of sort of become almost in its own way kind of like a games as a service as well too. I mean, not all of them could fall into that, but it does come at the cost of the new projects. And this is what Pat Rack was saying. Pat Rack was basically saying is like, developers that just spend their time getting focused on these games kills whatever other projects they're working on, or the possibility of ever getting other new games coming down the road later. That's kind of what he says. He's also concerned that EA will just make a Dragon Age game and they'll just sketch it out with cosmetics and really not make an effort to make Dragon Age 4. So for starters, if Anthem fails, there's no more BioWare. I'm sorry. If Anthem fails, the BioWare you know and love is not just going to be metaphorically dead. It's going to be literally dead. I mean, not the developers, but the company. It's going to be just cease to exist. Now, if Anthem becomes a success, what could potentially happen is that now you have a game. Let's say, for instance, if Anthem succeeds and it becomes what Destiny was trying to do, but failed twice, they could totally just focus on Anthem. This is a gravy train that EA will not allow BioWare to get out of. EA will force them to stay in development, stay the course, continue to develop, continue to add stuff, continue to make everything pay to win, microtransactions, continue to add stuff into the game even though it makes no sense. EA will microtransaction the shit out of that game. And trust me when I tell you guys, nothing, that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. But at the same time, it's the reality of a successful games as a service. It's the point of them is to get people to, that's what games as a service is. It comes, you get into the game and you continue to play, and that's how they grab you. They grab you so that you could stay to play the game, not just until you're done with the story, but for now until as long as they can. That is what they hope to do with free-to-play games or AAA games with free-to-play game mechanics in them. That's what they, I think that's kind of what he's concerned about, and I'm concerned about it too. Warframe is a good games as a service, but Warframe has no other games focused. The developers of Warframe are focused 100% on continuing the experience to give you more Warframes and improve upon every event that they do. The game is really fun as well too. You play with other people, it's quite entertaining. You power up your rig and you're powering up your weapons, and it is a fun game, and it's absolutely free, and you can put as much money as you want to if you want to, and that's in essence what a games as a service is to as a successful one that you make the choices, not they take away all your choices and you have to pay to get them back. That is what I don't want EA to do with Anthem, to put everything behind a paywall and then expect you to pay for everything. They'll mess with Anthem. I promise you this. They will mess with Anthem, even though they have a terrible reputation, even though they're going to go next Saturday and they're just going to be like, we're the victims, trust us, we're innocent, we're the victims. Because that's all they see themselves as. People picking on them. The poor billionaires. I would love to see another project. If they succeed, yes. It is going to be a bit of a double-edged sword, because while BioWare is gotta be making, they gotta make the game, obviously they gotta make the BioWare bigger, because how do you make a BioWare studio that's gonna get focused on working on improving and keep on adding to Anthem while at the same time making a Dragon Age game or making a whatever other BioWare game they would choose to make? Obviously there's gonna be a lot of things that are going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. But I take the question back to you guys. What do you guys think of what would be considered to be a good games as a service? You know, a game that, you know, tries to get you and then it keeps you in with adding more stuff to addition. Like a bad games as a service would be Sea of Thieves, because Sea of Thieves had nothing to offer, and they said that they're going to be improving upon as time goes on. That would be a bad games as a service. So what would you guys say is good games as a service? Well, I mean, good examples. I mean, what would you guys consider if Sea of Thieves did it right, it would be blank? What would you guys say? Because I think Warframe is a great example. I say Warframe would be a terrific example. Check to see if my audio is still good. Okay, my audio is still good. I was kind of concerned because earlier voice was crackling in. So anyway, but yes, I do agree. I do think that the approach is not to want your developers to fail, but it's more like wanting your developers to succeed so that you get Dragon Age 4. Because remember, if they fail, I'm pretty sure that that's it. Well, welcome back, Turnip. Thank you for dropping by again. We keep losing you and we keep seeing you back, but I'm really happy that you're back. Back from breakfast. Do I want, would I prefer BioWare to make other games and not just focus on Anthem all the time? Yeah, that'd be great. But you know what? You know, it's not up to me. It's not up to me to I mean, the success of the game depends completely upon them. So, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, that is the gist. Good games as a service also as well. I'd consider well, Team Fortress 2 to me would be considered a good games as a service. I mean, because but I do think that is halted development or everything else. I do think that game does need to get some new stuff. They haven't had much new of anything except like a few events that happened every Halloween. Which is fun, I guess, but they just need to do a little more. But they do add stuff and they do keep people coming back into the game. And ironically, the game is the majority of the bulk of the game is really much the same. So you guys tell me what good games as a service you guys like. And today we're gonna conclude with this guy. This guy is, I think you guys remember, the success of games depends on the game itself, story mechanics, originality. All of that makes a good game overall. I agree. I actually agree, 100%. Now we're gonna talk about, now the last time we were here, this guy's name is, Uber. And he is a streamer who basically hadn't streamed for 6 or 7 months. He was down upon himself, and we talked about streaming, about what happens when you lose your motivation and you focus on the numbers, and nothing happens when when success comes about. Like if you don't get the followers that you want or the numbers that you want, you let them consume you, and this is what happens. Well, his video blew up, and he made an update video. And we're going to watch it, and you're going to I think you're going to be happy. So,
what's going on, everybody? This is the I would say, update video to the video that I made. I wanna just go over a couple of things and I want to be transparent about the situation, and I also want to just give an update on what's going on moving forward. So pretty much I'm just gonna start this off by saying thank you to everyone. I mean, there's no way to, there's no way to.
That's his computer, by the way. That's not me.
The amount of love. Jesus Christ. Sorry. There's no way to describe the amount of love and support.
That's exactly what I say when notifications don't stop bugging me.
Support that has came out of this from people all around the world, and whenever you think that you're alone, or you think that no one's going through your situation, or you think that no one will understand you, there's always going to be someone out there that does, and
that is absolutely true. That's what the streaming community is all about. We're here to support each other, to make each other, help each other, and make the next person succeed. Anything personally happen, just keep in mind that the people that you see on stream, sometimes that you chat, they could be your future friends. And people out there saw Uber's plight. They saw that, he was down. His life was kind of just not going anywhere. He has a job, and spread the love. Exactly what Mr. Saturday said. Spread the love.
And because of that, that's really sunk in with me, and that's something I have come to realize, and that I really didn't take heed to before the situation. So I definitely appreciate everyone from the bottom of my heart, seriously. But
awesome.
I want to just be fully transparent about the situation that happened, and I want to go there first, and then I'll give an update later. So to pretty much explain what happened, as you guys know, I made the video, and I was at a very, very dark place in my life, a place that I do not want to ever go back to, hopefully. But pretty much, so what happened is one of my good friends online, who I haven't talked to in about 7-8 months, he saw the video when I posted it, and he decided to post it on Reddit. Now the reason he posted it on Reddit, so I didn't post the video, he posted the video, but the reason he posted it on Reddit is because he wanted to raise awareness to what was going on, and what this situation can do to someone. So
I think maybe the clarification on this is that I guess we could analyze. He posted the video on his channel, but he didn't share it with anybody, so it was his friend that shared the video on Reddit. Obviously, his friend couldn't have uploaded the video himself, but his friend was the guy that got the traction. So we have his friend to thank for seeing the video, spreading it around on Reddit, and then it caught fire, and it's his friend that did it. So that's a sign of a good friend, by the way.
That, and it ended up doing a lot more than that. It really affected a lot of people, not because of this or that. It's because of what I said and where it came from, because it came straight from my heart. And I think a lot of people realize that, and a lot of people understood that, and can also
that video,
I can't think of the word, but they could also understand where I'm coming from, because they might have the same situation, or
empathy. Who'd have thought, in the world where people claim that people are yes, he's basically saying that his friend posted the video on Reddit on his behalf. He didn't share. He posted and uploaded the video onto his YouTube channel, of course. He was just expressing himself there, but the video was shared and posted on Reddit, and his friend basically is responsible for spreading his video. Yeah, his friend. This is the love. This is how you know that you have first of all, that's called empathy, what he's saying. And two, the fact that it exploded the way that it did shows that even if we live in dark times, you clearly don't know us. Human beings are not just capable of destruction and war and death. We are capable of actually loving people. And you know what? This is nothing but love. Uber got nothing but love. Absolutely happy.
And
for
it's
him.
not with Twitch either. I saw people talking to me about many different aspects of life and jobs and stuff, and you know what I said also went with what they were doing, you know, outside of Twitch. So it really sunk in with a lot of people for many different reasons, and the one thing I'm glad of, well, I'm proud of it. I'm proud that I could, you know, share my story with people and let other people know that they're not alone, because they saw mine and they could see like, hey, you know, someone else is going through this situation. But for me, I didn't have that. I didn't see any other videos of people talking about this situation or a situation similar. It was just no, I couldn't really find it at the time.
No, there aren't a lot of videos of failure stories, or I gave up on Twitch, this is why stories. This is more like this is more of a you see more like, oh, how I went from 0 to 1,000 followers. How did I do this? This is more like the lines that more along those lines. This, however, was a really tough video to watch, and when I watched it, when I saw it posted on the Tampa Bay streamers group, it was definitely something that made me think, and made people in there think, is this going to be our future? It's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be your future. It's only if you let it happen. And it's also if obviously life plays a role in this. So clearly, if your life is not in a good place, and on top of that, you add that your streaming is not going the way that you want, you're gonna feel like a failure. It's a human thing. It just depends. It's like some people get out of it easier, but having support from people, from human beings, from a community makes things better. Having a community helps people overall. That is what the reality is.
So after he posted the video, you know, everything happened. A lot of people started reaching out to me, and pretty much things turned out in a very strange way, and a
really good way, by the way, too.
Was
turned out
very
great.
shocked, very surprised. I did not expect everything to happen the way it has, and for the people to reach out to me the way they did, and it's just there's no way to there's no way to describe it, man. There's really no way to describe it besides
because
being
it's a wonderful
humble
feeling.
and grateful for
It's
everything and
wonderful
everyone,
feeling.
every human being that has reached out to me. It's nothing but love and support.
It's great.
But to
absolutely great.
To go off of that, and I guess to give an update of some sort. You know, since that has happened, I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people reached out to me. I've had very long conversations with a lot of people, and you know, since this has happened, I have decided to continue with streaming.
Yay! He's back to streaming. He's gonna do it again, ladies and gentlemen. He has decided to go back. He's streaming again.
And it's not
very
because,
happy.
And I want to just talk about that a little bit. It's not because of you know, because some people might say, "Oh wow, well you did this. You said you were gonna quit, but now you're coming back because what happened? The video blew up, and now you want to come back?" No, man. Like you can't. First of all, that's not a good way to think. You can't think that way because you know, what if in any situation, if someone was, which is a terrible situation, what if someone was suicidal, right? And people saw that they were like this and they wanted to help them and reach out to them. You know, you wouldn't, if people reach out to you and try to help you, you know, wanting to still do that would not be a great idea, because now you see that you have the support, you have people that care about you, you know, so going in that same route would not be the best decision.
Makes sense.
In my personal opinion, especially when people try to help you and want to be there for you. So that's pretty much.
I think the reason he's coming back is because he realized that he has the support of a lot of people. I think he realized that he remembered the numbers were not, that were the people that were giving him all this support. Then those were not just numbers. Those were people that were there to watch him and support him and like him, and I think when they saw his video and they saw what was happening, or is he just doing these videos to pull attention to him? I don't think I don't genuinely think that the video that he did, the first one that he did, I don't think he did it to get attention. Because remember, he posted it on YouTube and it was his friend that shared it. I really think that he really was in a low position in his life. He saw that he was he saw himself as a failure, and then everybody who saw that video saw that, hey, you know what? I know what you're feeling, and you're not alone. And I think that from time to time we have come to those feelings. That's why I relate so much to him, because in a way, I saw that a lot what was happening with YouTube. I thought that a lot of pointless stuff was happening, and I kind of didn't think of it would be too important to continue. Some people might think, oh my God, is this going to be the future of a streamer? And people are just going to lose relevancy, and then you're going to be alone without friends or family around you. And I think that it had a lot also more to do with stuff that was happening in his life as well too. Twitch was just one thing that I think it's just triggered one day. He was mostly a streamer. He hoped that he'd make it work. And then one day, I guess he just couldn't sleep, and he realized, you know what? This thing that I'm doing here, I tried to make a better life for myself, and I wasted my time, and nobody fucking cares. And then all of a sudden, people care, and all of a sudden he's getting all of this attention. Could it be entirely possible that he did this specifically to do this? Nothing is impossible. In this occasion, I don't know if I don't know this person enough. All I know is from what I've seen so far. I saw a video. It was emotionally impactful. It was heartbreaking. It was tough to watch. And then he realized he got all this support, and he's doing like an update video, kind of like, you know what? I realize I'm in the wrong place. I'm going to try this again. I should not have given up. I know that I'll have support from people. I'll ask for help. Maybe not do it as often. Maybe he realized he's got to find a way to balance his life with streaming. He can't do streaming full time if he actually can't. I think at that point, he realized he let it happen that way, and that's how it ended up in that dark place initially. And remember, it wasn't him that posted the video on Reddit. His friend posted it as it's sort of like a cry for help that he didn't ask for. And it's unfortunate. It seemed like too genuine, in my opinion. But it could have all been fake. I don't know for sure. I hope it wasn't. But I don't know. This guy, I don't know. He's coming off as a bit too real for me to think that this is all an act. But I mean, I could be wrong. We could all be wrong. But I hope I'm not wrong. Here, I hope it's
people were like,
legit.
They decided to really get this. I'm sorry, I get confused. I apologize, but they decided to really talk to me and really help me out in this situation. Mostly by words, and words mean a lot, and that's what I needed. I needed a lot of talking. I needed a lot of words, and I needed a lot of inspiration, which I've got from multiple people, and a lot of people helped out in a lot of other ways too, and a lot of good things have come out of it. And I just I don't know. I'm just being fully transparent here, and I really
don't
just
stop now, man. Don't stop now.
Man. Like, I didn't know that people could be so generous. I could have never expected it. I could have never expected it. And ever so grateful. And but besides that, I definitely will continue to stream, and I have streamed. I think I streamed. Actually, I streamed yesterday and the day before. And just to give you an update on what happened when I did stream, I cleaned my room, and you know, a lot of people.
Okay. Clean your room. I don't know if you see it. There's a little pile of junk here, and there's a little bit of. I say you started cleaning your room. You still got a little work to do, Uber. You gotta finish it.
People helped me, and they said, you know, you should work on this side first, and then go to this side, and you know, sweep the floor and stuff. And you know, it was a fun thing for me because people were there to help me. That's all that's been happening so far. Is it's been a lot of help, love, and support from many different human beings. So. I cleaned a lot of my room. As you can see, my room looks a lot different. I had to throw away a lot of things, but I still have a good amount of work to do. But this is definitely progression, okay. And my life has definitely progressed in a good way.
That's awesome.
From where it was. So, but besides that, I just want to give I just want to talk about certain amount of people here,
and then after this he gives a couple of shout outs to a couple of people. He gives a couple of people. There's this guy, he talks about Obi. This is the guy that actually posted the video on Reddit. And I'm ever grateful for him, and he knows that, and he definitely knows. Markiplier. Actually, Marky Moo actually came out. Marky Moo actually came out and said something. You don't see what it says here. Let me see if I could. Get rid of my face cam for a second here. I'll read it. It says, "Hey guys, I know it's late, but could you send some love towards this streamer? He made a video detailing some hard truths about trying and failing to achieve a dream, but he's streaming right now and could use some support." So Marky Moo, Markiplier helped them out, which was really cool.
And he definitely, I mean, there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can say, man. If you're watching this video, I mean, thank you.
And by the way, this went to his almost 12 million Twitter followers as well too. Markiplier is a genuinely awesome human being, and he helped another human being. So
no, I love you. You're a great human being.
Bless that man. Bless Marky Moo.
I'm just glad you're the type of person that you are, man. I really am, and I am ever.
I mean, he could have seen the video and
really
not do anything.
Resonated within me, and thank you. Ninja reached out.
That's right. Ninja. Okay, this one I think I might have to see. This is what Ninja posted. "I resonated with your video a lot. If you ever want to try your skills at Fortnite, hit me up." Ninja is the most followed person on Twitch. I think he's one of the most successful streamers. And I'm not going to show you the rest of the video because the rest of the video just goes on talking about the people that he thanks, and he concludes the video. But basically, my conclusion to this, I'm super duper happy for him to get himself back up. It's great that sometimes, here's the thing, guys. Most of the time, and I'm going to end this video by saying this, the majority of the time, and this is something that I heard Markiplier say once, it's a video about believing in yourself. A majority of the time, when you do things, you are alone. I am alone. Technically, I'm by myself. I am alone here. But, and a lot of things that you do in life, it feels as though what you do does not matter in the grand scheme of things because nobody else is there to say, good job, I'm happy for you, I'm so proud of you. Or, hey, if you need help, hit me up. Sometimes that happens and we get lost, and that's how this happens to him. I think what happened was that he felt that he was on his own, and he felt like There was nothing changing, no improvements. His life was going nowhere. He tried to do Twitch, he failed, and then just accentuated his life. I think it could happen to anybody. I think it could happen to me. It could happen to anybody here that's on the chat that tries something with all of his heart and fails, and then months go by and his life isn't the way that he wants his life to be. And then all of a sudden now it's in shambles and your life means nothing to you. And then it sometimes it takes people like you guys to keep you grounded, to keep being reminded that this is a community and that we are all here to make people happy. And that's my purpose in streaming, to have fun, to play video games, and to make people happy. I'm not doing the Cuphead thing on June 17th because I'm a masochist and I love punishment and I want to lose my voice and I am a fan of not being able to talk. I am doing this because it's something that you guys want, and it's something that you guys will enjoy, and it's something that will make you happy, and it could make somebody happy. And it's in a way, it's kind of like, look, your life, look at what's going on here. You know what could cheer you up? Look at this fool play Cuphead and die over and over and over and over and over and get frustrated and cry and scream, and people are giving him sound effects to drive him even more crazy. And that's the purpose of my stream. This is the purpose of the podcast, this LiveCast video podcast that I do, is to give my perspectives of things, but to you know, to cheer you guys up and for you guys to be happy. And I wanted to add more to it, and I figured a longer one once a week would give you more time of me playing video games, and that's what I want to do. And this is the bottom line of this is the mission statement of Fico's gaming mind as a whole, to make you guys feel as though you're having a good time when you're here, improve upon what I can, letting me know, and of course giving you guys what you want. Obviously, I'll be playing the games that I'll be playing, but you guys are getting back. And that's why I'm working really hard to find people to make the emotes. I've got my bro making my a new logo for my channel as well too. And and that's what it is all about. It's a community. It's just this big community for everybody that's together, to continue to be together, to continue to improve, to continue to grow, and to continue to stay humble, and to continue to just absolutely just kill it. And kill it I will as best as I can. Okay, my sound is good. And that, my friends, is the end of the cast, this week's cast. Felt really good doing it longer. I will be coming back later today to continue to play some more God of War. I'm gonna be doing a little bit shorter today because I'm gonna try to see if I could go somewhere to watch Game 2 of the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Maybe try to go to like Buffalo Wild Wings or somewhere to watch that game, because I haven't watched a single NBA game this year and I want to watch the finals. That's what it matters the most. So definitely want to have some fun doing that as well too. So, but don't worry guys, because tomorrow you guys are gonna get me hard. I mean, you guys are gonna get a ton more God of War. Hopefully we'll be finishing that game very soon. I don't know how much time I have left in that game. I know where the last Valkyrie is. I want to get Niflheim Trials done, and I at least want to get that final Valkyrie to get all that stuff. I do want to keep on doing God of War. I love that game. my bro, Victor, he said to me, this is what he said. He's playing the game really hard. That first heavy Draugr fight, damn. So he's struggling now because he chose to play the game in a harder difficulty. So guys, that's gonna be it. I will be back. I'd say in about 2 hours I'll be back. I'll do a good 6-hour stream, and then I'll head out at around 8, and I'll be going to watch some NBA finals. So, Mighty, you have a good night. Thank you for joining me, everybody. You guys are awesome. Never forget that. Oh, and a special shout out to the LGBT, because this is Pride Month on Twitch. So spread the love. Spread the love around, give some acknowledgement to the LGBT community. Even though things are so much better for them nowadays, it's still kind of considered a stigma, especially thanks to religion. There's still going to be people out there that are going to be condemning homosexuality as a sin and as an abomination. And people out there want to be, it's like people like Uber. There's people out there that need to be reminded that you are loved for being who you are. So a big shout out to the LGBT community. Pride Month, Twitch, you guys are doing incredible. Wonderful group of people, and I support them. I'm an ally. So sue me if you don't agree. I know you guys are all cool. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will be back in a couple of hours. You guys are awesome. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. You guys are great. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.
Ryder, you have changed. What is that? Ryder, you have changed.
Are you for real?
Ryder, what's up with you?
You join in now?
What's up?
I'm about to leave, and you join in now? Mighty says goodbye, and now Mighty number 2 comes here, and he's like, Ryder, you have changed. Noah, you are a sight for sore eyes. You came late, man. Oh, you had to sleep. Ryder, you have changed. Noah was feeling a little sick, but he's better now. So I'm gonna be streaming some God of War later, but I'm gonna end at 8 because I'm gonna go watch game 2 of the finals, man, because I need to watch this series. I need to watch this series, bro. Need to see this game. I need to see how bad J.R. Smith is gonna fuck up today. I want to see the next blunder, the next brain fart that J.R. Smith is gonna do tonight. He might not even play tonight. No, he might play tonight. They need him. So I'm actually gonna head off now, Noah. I'll call you, and have I watched a single game this year? I like to say I have, but I haven't watched like a full game this year at all. I've been disconnected more this year from the NBA than I have been in years, because I was focusing on my work and I'm then focusing on Twitch. No, I can't remember a single game. I didn't even watch the All-Star game. I didn't watch the All-Star game. Saturday night I'm gonna be going, but I'll be back in 2 hours. I'll be back. Yeah, I need to. I've probably not watched a single game, Noah. You're right. It's safe. It's a safe bet, but I'm gonna watch the finals. It was kind of similar last year. I actually did a. You guys, I'm a disconnect. You guys are all amazing. Laters, everybody. I'm gonna head out and get myself some lunch. You guys are all amazing and awesome. Have a good night. I will be back in the next 2 hours. See you guys. Bye.